Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Pro Wrestling Talk brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram, coming at you here once again on the U to the Tube. So, wanted to do a recap and give my thoughts on the recent Stardom pay-per-view Nagoya Supreme Fight 2022. And yeah, this was a pretty action-packed pay-per-view. And there were 9 total matches, 1 pre-show match, and 8 main card matches. So there was quite a good bit to cover, but just wanted to go through each match, give my thoughts overall on this pay-per-view, which was overall a pretty decent pay-per-view. So let's go ahead and get started. So the pre-show match was a 5-way, which was Momo Kogo of Stars, just recently joined Stars. And we had Oedo Tai's Saki Kashima, Ruoka, Fukiken Def, and Rina. Now, let's be honest. Looking at the match on paper, we pretty much knew throughout the whole match it was mainly going to be a 4-on-1, with Oedo Tai ganging up on Momo Kogo. And that pretty much was exactly what happened. But here's the thing. Maybe I missed something. Like, I thought this was supposed to be like a battle royal. Like, over the top until there's one remaining. But with this match, Ruoka and Rina were sent over the top rope. Were still on the apron. Fukiken Def and Saki Kashima pretty much ran at Momo Kogo. I mean, actually, she was tossed towards their way. She got hit with the double newspaper, and the momentum of Momo Kogo knocked Ruoka and Rina off the apron, and Momo Kogo wins the match. I'm so confused, because I was under the impression that it was like a battle royal, like a Rumble style battle royal. But I guess it was just whoever gets the first pinfall submit. I don't know. Maybe can somebody correct me or somebody explain to me what the whole idea was? I was under the impression it was supposed to be a 5-way battle royal over the top until there's one person remaining. But as soon as those two got eliminated, which they got eliminated at the same time, Momo Kogo was declared the winner. Now don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining that she won. I mean, if she won, that's fine. Cool. But I thought it was supposed to be like a battle royal style match. 5 ladies, keep going until there was one left. That's what I was under the impression. Maybe I didn't get the match type correct, but yeah, somebody break that down for me, because I was so confused when that happened and they rung the bell and Momo Kogo won. So that was confusing for me. But she was able to fend off Oedo Tai and win this pre-show match. So hey, that didn't take long for Momo Kogo to get her first victory. Okay, kicking off the main card of this pay-per-view, we had the Future of Stardom Championship Match. We had Hanan making her first defense of the title against Lady C, who not too long ago joined Queen's Quest. I have to say, this was actually a really good match. I really enjoyed this match between Hanan and Lady C. These two ladies are constantly improving, especially Lady C. I think Lady C had a really great showing in this match, and these two ladies were bringing it, just back and forth. What a way to kick off the main card. But I was very, very pleased with this match between these two young ladies. But, sure enough, Hanan was able to get the victory, hitting the backdrop driver. And she has her first successful title defense. So she beats Lady C. Like I said, great match. And then afterwards, Momo Kogo, who just won in the pre-show, who just recently joined Stars, comes in and challenges Hanan. She wants a shot at the Future of Stardom Championship, which it sounds like Hanan accepted. So, hey, looks like we have another Future of Stardom Championship match to look forward to between Hanan and Momo Kogo, which honestly, I could see that being a really great match as well. But I gotta give kudos to Hanan and Lady C. That was a good match. That was definitely a good match. I enjoyed it. So, we had a segment after this match, which, a friend of mine, shout out to Virtua Kazama. So, Prominence came down to the ring. Now, I don't know any of these ladies, but I was informed that these ladies of this group Prominence were former top stars from the wrestling promotion Ice Ribbon. Now, it's a promotion that I've heard of before. I'm a little bit familiar with it, just a little bit, because Julia, she was once part of Ice Ribbon. And if I remember correctly, I believe, I want to say Hikaru Shida has wrestled for Ice Ribbon before. I could be wrong. But it's a promotion that I've heard of before. I'm not super proficient in a lot of the ladies that have wrestled there, but I've heard of the promotion. So these ladies of Prominence came down and they called out Julia. And like I said, the whole thing was in Japanese. I have no idea what was going on. So if anybody knows and wants to explain, by all means, feel free. But it looked pretty heated. And the lady that had like the red, like magenta colored hair, she was in tears. And it just pretty much turned into a brawl. And one of the ladies had like a hammer, was getting ready to hit Julia with it, but thankfully Thekla came in. Thekla came in to kind of help Julia fight off Prominence. But it sounds like, which Thekla, I believe, is also from Ice Ribbon as well as Mirai, I believe. But it looks like we got a family affair, perhaps? If all of these ladies were once part of Ice Ribbon, that's the vibe I'm getting from this segment. So yeah, So I really don't know what to expect from this, but if anybody has any more information on this, please share, because that was kind of confusing for me, because like I said, it was all in Japanese. I don't know exactly what happened, but one of my friends explained to me that the ladies of Prominence were from Ice Ribbon. So I don't know if they're all going to be joining Stardom or not. I don't know if this is an invasion angle or what, but apparently it's going to involve Julia and perhaps Thekla as well. So yeah, it was really interesting. Really, really interesting. Anyway, next up we had a tag team match where Queen's Quest, Utami Hayashishita. I'm going to try saying that 5 times fast. Utami Hayashishita and Azumi teamed up to take on Oedo Tai's Starlight Kid and Momo Watanabe. Now, this was a very action-packed match. Definitely back and forth. Definitely 4 really, really strong ladies. 4 strong ladies from 2 great factions. I thought it was a great match. And, of course, Starlight Kid ended up getting the pin on Azumi after hitting her with a very beautifully executed Spanish Fly. And, you know, it's definitely not over between Momo Watanabe and just, the members of Queen's Quest. But I think what they're getting ready to build up for is a showdown, a single showdown between Utami Hayashishita and Momo Watanabe. Or maybe even Azumi versus Momo. After all, they were former tag team partners and, they won. They were former Goddess of Stardom Tag League winners. So, hey, there's that. But it's definitely not over between these two factions, especially with these four ladies. But I think we're going to see Momo in an upcoming singles match with either Azumi or Utami Hayashishita. Probably Utami. She didn't take the pin, so that's something to think about. But yeah, good match though. Definitely good match. And that was a beautifully executed Spanish Fly. Up next, we had the SWA Championship match for the vacant title. Because like I said, Shirley had relinquished the SWA title in order to focus more on the World of Stardom Championship. So, the two ladies battling out for the vacant SWA title were Cosmic Angels Mina Shirakawa and Donna Del Mundo's Thekla. I have to say, this match was pretty entertaining. Also back and forth, and more I'm really starting to like Thekla. She's a pretty interesting character. I definitely like her style. She brings that sort of edgy, like, weird craziness spunk to her. She's starting to grow on me. She's definitely starting to grow on me. And I tell you, it was definitely back and forth. Mina Shirakawa looked really good. Hit a few implant DDTs. I think she also hit one hung from the turnbuckle as well. Mina Shirakawa, she's been really, really looking good in the ring. Not only just looking good, but also in ring ability wise. So got to give props for that. And also just looking at this match as a whole, like, there was a good amount of build-up. A very good amount of build-up to this match. So I was actually digging it quite a bit. And ultimately, Thekla, I don't know the name of her finisher, but she hit like a double underhook twisting DDT type of move. Like, it was really cool. It was kind of like a version of a Sister Abigail, but with the double underhook kind of like into a future shot DDT sort of motion. It was a really sick finisher. But she hit Mina with that, got the 1, 2, 3, and the Toxic Spider, Thekla, is your new SWA champion. Which, honestly, it was very predictable. It was very predictable. I mean, she's a foreigner. And with the belt around her, this pretty much assured that the belt will get consistently defended. With it being on a foreigner, she has to be able to defend the title against other wrestlers that aren't the same ethnicity, nationality as her. So it was an easy pick. It was an easy pick. Good match, but an easy pick. Very predictable. All right, next up we have the Goddess of Stardom tag titles on the line. As the champs, Stars Hazuki and Koguma defended against Donna Del Mundo's Maika and Himeka. Overall, I thought this was a good match. Was not a fan of the ending. Was not a fan of the ending. I mean, there was a lot of good spots and, very action-packed. I like the clash of styles between these two tag teams. Definitely complement each other. But I really was not a fan of the finish. I mean, Koguma taking a devastating clothesline from Himeka. Himeka I guess she was going for another move, and then she gets rolled up into a small package by Koguma to get the 1, 2, 3. But yeah, Hazuki and Koguma retained the tag titles. Himeka was pretty mad too. She was all up in the ref's face, even outside of the ring. But it was a good match. I hated the finish. I really didn't like the finish. Like, after taking that devastating clothesline and then just rolling up Himeka like that into a small package, I wasn't feeling that. I wasn't feeling that finish. Next up, we had the Wonder of Stardom Championship. Saya Kamitani, the Golden Phoenix, the current champ, makes her first defense against Unagi Sayaka. So Unagi Sayaka of Cosmic Angels, the champion Saya Kamitani of Queen's Quest. Unagi Sayaka was rocking some new gear, or at least it looks like new gear. I haven't seen that gear before. But this was a good match. This was definitely back and forth. That was a pretty sick little ring apron hung, like, it was kind of like a version of a Sister Abigail, like a twisting DDT that Unagi Sayaka did to Saya Kamitani. Yeah, that was really nice. That's another one that's been improving constantly in the ring, Unagi Sayaka. And, I mean, it definitely shows. I mean, after all, she was a former Artist of Stardom Trios champion and a former Future of Stardom champion. So, looking better and better. But Saya Kamitani, definitely, doing with the high flying and definitely showing why she's still Wonder of Stardom champion. But I think there was a slight botch on the Phoenix Splash, which I gotta give credit on the counter that she pulled off in order to hit the Star Crusher. Thought that was really cool. But the Phoenix Splash that she did, it looked like her knee came down on Unagi Sayaka's gut. So I don't know if that was just a slight botch, but that looked like it hurt. Thankfully, Unagi Sayaka is okay, but that looked like it hurt. But Saya Kamitani retains the Wonder of Stardom Championship after pinning Unagi Sayaka after hitting the Phoenix Splash. Next up, we had a singles match. We had Mayu Iwatani versus Julia. So Mayu Iwatani of Stars versus Julia of Donna Del Mundo. And I tell you, Mayu Iwatani, I really liked her ring entrance gear. That was some really fancy gear. I don't think I've ever seen that ring entrance gear. So that was cool. This match was intense, but I was kind of shocked. I mean, there was a segment where Mayu was going for a suicide dive, and Julia hit Mayu in the head with an umbrella. Shouldn't that have been a DQ? Or did the ref not see it? But I would have thought that should have been a DQ. I don't know, maybe I missed something? But she clearly cracked Mayu in the head with that umbrella. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I would have thought that should have been a DQ, but okay. I really like the referee assisted shotgun drop kick that Julia hit Mayu Iwatani with as well. Like, this was a very action-packed match. I was just really confused that it kept going after Julia cracked Mayu across the head with that umbrella. And then somebody let me know, how exactly did Julia's chin get busted open? I thought it was maybe because Mayu's leg or knee came down on Julia's chin after that moonsault. I don't know, but does somebody know precisely when Julia's chin got busted open? Because she was bleeding all down the neck from her chin. But yeah, it got bloody. But these two ladies, this was a banger of a match, just back and forth. But I mean, you got two leaders of two different factions going at it, so you know it's going to be a burner. But this ended up being a time limit draw. That's right, time ran out, and this was a time limit draw. So something interesting happened at the end of this. So it was decided that both of these ladies would get a World of Stardom championship match. Mayu Iwatani opted to have the second shot. Julia will get the first shot, which I believe this will be in March. This will be in March. So sounds like Julia is next in line to get a crack at the World of Stardom Championship, and then Mayu Iwatani. So they've settled that. And like I said, it was really, really a bummer because it was supposed to be a triple threat involving Tam Nakano, but Tam Nakano wasn't able to compete. So, I mean, this was a fair call. And besides, the match ended in a time limit draw. So it makes sense to do it this way. I can dig it. I can dig it. So, it was just really unfortunate timing for Tam Nakano. But health matters first. Health matters first. Alrighty. And then the main event. The World of Stardom Championship. A Donna Del Mundo showdown. Shuri's first defense of the red belt against Mirai, who just recently, along with Thekla, joined Donna Del Mundo. I have to say, after watching this match, I am very much now a Mirai fan. She reminds me a lot of Lady Destroyer, Lady Godzilla, Hiroyo Matsumoto. She reminds me so much of her. So I really, you could say now I'm a fan of Mirai. Definitely a fan of Mirai. I like her style. I like what she brings to the table. I enjoyed the mess out of this match. These two gladiators went at it. And I tell you, that was quite an incredible first title defense for Shuri. And see, that gets me excited because if those are the type of matches we can look forward to with Shuri against like Mirai and whoever else, Shuri's going to have a pretty dang on long title run with that red belt. I'm just saying. Utami did her thing for a good solid year, and she was great, but Shuri, I think she's going to take the bar even higher. And I'm sure we're going to see Utami and Shuri battle it out again. Oh, I don't doubt that at all. But this looks a lot like Shuri is going to have a long title run if we're going to get these type of matches. Because this was an excellent main event. Mirai looked solid. I mean, these ladies tore each other apart. But sure enough, Shuri was able to hit the final nail in the coffin, hitting her finisher that... Okay, somebody that sees this, please tell me the name of Shuri's one-wing angel-like finisher. Because I don't know the name of that finisher. Last year's was the first time that I saw it. But somebody tell me the name of that finisher. Because I don't know what to call that. But it looks almost like a one-winged angel that Kenny Omega uses. But she hit Mirai with that. Got the 1, 2, 3. And Shuri retains the World of Stardom Championship in an excellent, excellent title defense. You know, definitely got to give kudos to Mirai. She brought her A game. This was an excellent match. These two ladies went at it, and it was awesome. And of course, Donna Del Mundo got to close the show. And like I said, Julia, looks like Julia is going to be rather busy dealing with Prominence and then getting ready to take a shot for the World of Stardom Championship, where she gets a chance to face Shuri. But overall, this was a pretty solid pay-per-view. Pretty solid pay-per-view. I still have to say, as much as I enjoyed this match, I really, really enjoyed the Future of Stardom Championship match. Like, it's hard for me to pick one over the other. I enjoyed the mess out of both of those matches. Those were my top 2 matches of this pay-per-view. For sure. For sure. It was also announced we got the Cinderella Tournament coming up. It's going to be a while. But it will be April 3rd, 2022. That's when the Cinderella Tournament starts. And the finals of the Cinderella Tournament will be on April 29th. It has also been said, according to the We Are Stardom Twitter, that this year's Cinderella Tournament will have the largest field of competitors in I guess in Stardom history. The largest field of competitors for this year's Cinderella Tournament. Y'all, it's going to be lit. It is going to be lit. I look forward to this. And like I said, last year's winner was Swa Championship. Now, I know she didn't win the Wonder of Stardom Championship on the first attempt, but then right at the end of the year, she did dethrone Tam Nakano to win the title. So, kudos on that. But yeah, and then we have to also think, we got some new additions to the Stardom roster. Thekla, Mirai, Momo Kohgo. It wasn't too long ago that Mai Sakurai and Waka Tsukiyama joined the roster. So, and I expect Saya Ida will be returning. Maybe all of the ladies of prominence will participate. Not only that, we had another segment. With Saya Kamitani backstage with Rasi Ogawa and this mystery woman. We still don't know who this mystery woman is. But here's the thing. It was mentioned that her contract was ending or was about to end. That's a clue, y'all. That's a clue. I'm thinking, because if I remember correctly, Kairi Sane's contract ends in February, and February is Tuesday. I don't remember the exact date, but her contract's up in February. So it's still very possible that it could be Kairi Sane. She wasn't revealed at the show. She attended the show, but she wasn't revealed. The lady wasn't revealed yet. So, I don't know, y'all. I think that's a clue that it could be Kairi Sane. Saya Kamitani saw her. Of course, Rasi Ogawa kind of, got on her case. Did you tell Momo Kohgo? Don't tell anybody. But, y'all, I'm still thinking that it's Kairi Sane. Because it was mentioned, contract is ending. It's got to be Kairi Sane. I was thinking maybe a return of Arisa Hoshiki would be nice. But with that key clue, I think it's Kairi Sane. I'm convinced even more now that mystery woman is Kairi Sane. It's got to be. What do y'all think? Who else do y'all think it could be? Because I just have this strong feeling that it's Kairi Sane. But we shall see. We shall see. And the interesting thing is, man, April. It's funny because April, we got the Cinderella Tournament. And then I believe May, AEW has the Owen Hart Cup Tournament. So the spring, looks like the spring's going to be looking really good for pro wrestling. I'm excited. Hope y'all are too. But that'll do it for this video. Coverage of Nagoya Supreme Fight. And like I said, I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it. This was overall, this was a good pay-per-view. And, yeah, great one to kick off the new year. Let me know what y'all's thoughts are. What did you think of the matches? What did you think of what happened with Prominence invading Stardom? What do you think about who do you think the mystery woman is going to be? Let me know what y'all's thoughts are. Like, comment, subscribe. You should have hit that notification bell so you don't miss a video. And thank you so much for watching this episode of Pro Wrestling Talk, brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming. I'm Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. As we get ready to enter into the month of February, hope everybody has a blessed week, and I will see y'all soon. Good night, everybody. Peace.